Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to this space where we want to talk about what we are really passionate, and that is our mentoring program for female talent that we built according to companies' needs. We have been listening and reading how important it is to close the gender gap and foster diversity and inclusion in organizations. And we know for sure mentoring it's a really powerful tool. So and this is not only for promoting gender equality, diversity, and also develop leadership skills. We believe it also helps individuals, organizations, and society at large. So this is one of our uh, fantastic program, and we have a theme that will tell us why it is also such a powerful instrument.
Yeah, Laura, I will. Thanks for your wise words. Yeah, indeed, the key question is why at Avartis we believe that mentoring women is so powerful and by the way, cost effective. And I'll come back to the cost effectiveness later on. But first, let's take a look around us. We see many organizations that are striving towards a more diverse workforce. And one aspect of that is the gender diversity. And that's what we're focusing on here. Now then, recruiting more women into the teams is actually only the start. And it's the easy part. Because as I'm sure you'll agree, far more challenging is to ensure that these new colleagues actually stay with our organization in the long run. And this requires companies to provide them with opportunity to speed up their career, to speed up their personal development. And this is exactly where mentoring comes in. We will train your mentors in developing their mentees and to use what we would call enabling strategies. It's a bit of a fancy word, but let me give you a few examples to make it come to life. For example, how do you build your reputation? Consciously building it rather than, letting it happen by accident. How do you set your boundaries? Boundaries in terms what types of assignments you want to take on, boundaries in terms of time investment into home and work life, etc. Another one that in Avartis we find very important is working with strengths. So you know what you are good at, and then you start using that more rather than always worrying about those things that you are not perfect in terms of your skills or competencies. So working with strengths. And another example is, learning from role models. There are people around you that have behaviors where you say, hey, that's what I'm gonna, copy part of their behaviors because it fits me. And this is just to name a few. Avartis will work with you, with your company, to tailor these strategies so that they're fully in line with your goals, your company goals, and more importantly, your culture. And by the way, and I'm coming back as promised to the cost effectiveness, your mentors benefit as well. And because they stay in your organization, unlike trainers or coaches, because they stay, they continue to have an impact, and yet without the additional cost. So this is why we believe.
Yeah, thank you so much, Siem. Obviously, and you explain it clearly, mentoring is incredible, impactful. And in Avartis, we have been working with mentoring since more than 30 years. And we are more enthusiastic than ever before because of what we see that mentoring is doing. So let me talk a little bit about our experience with mentees. And of course, every person and hence every mentee is unique. But here are some examples. I have seen that mentees developed a much better understanding of the challenges they were facing. And also, really important, the dynamics in which they were operating. And this is, of course, really important in order to be able to develop effective strategies to overcome these challenges. And at the Vartus, Siem already talked about the 9 enabling strategies, a fancy word, but they are effective, impactful, powerful strategies. And we have seen mentees applying these strategies very successfully. Just one example, a mentee who found it difficult to contribute in meetings. So we have been working on understanding how actually contributions in meetings do show up in different ways. And she found her unique way, which started with the insight that asking questions is a very important contribution as well. And once she started to experiment with asking questions, initially during one meeting a week, and then it happened more, the feedback she received from others and also from herself, and it was maybe even more important, was very positive. We have also seen confidence growing, and this is just beautiful. If you get positive feedback, if you have a more positive conversation with yourself, and these are important because we listen to our conversations, seeing confidence growing is then a consequence, and it's beautiful. So we also see confidence growing sometimes because mentees become aware of what a growth mindset really is and how they can work with this in their individual case. Other mentees are gaining insights in their strengths, as Siem already talked about, and understanding how to work with this concept was for them the key to accelerate their development. Feedback for a growth is just another very impactful strategy that I want to mention. Learning how to ask for feedback and then how to work with this feedback, use this feedback for growth and development, absolutely key. There is so much more to say about these enabling strategies, but no time here. If you have any questions, you can always contact us. Now, I know that mentors have been very important in your life. Can you talk about it?
Thank you, Ed. When listening to you, you took me back to the beautiful moments I had with my mentors. And I had my first mentor when I was in my mid-career. I was then working as an engineer for a technology company, which was highly male-dominated. And in the earlier stages of my career, I chose to stay in the support roles. And several times I declined job offers such as sales, marketing, because I thought that those roles were more for male. My mentor, he helped me give myself the credit, be aware of my own bias, be more bold, and give it a try. I did it and I managed it. He helped me, as you said, increase my self-confidence, feel safe, feel okay with myself, especially in the presence of C-level clients and corporate executives. I was very lucky, my mentor being my role model as well. Siem was referring to the role models. Yes, he was my role model as a leader known with his humility and at the same time, very powerful in creating impact and building reputation. All that I learned from him. Today, when I reflect back, I do acknowledge and appreciate even more deeply how mentoring experience has helped me in my career advancement. So having told my story, firsthand experience what mentoring can achieve, We, as Mentoring for Her Growth faculty, are here to support you to embolden your female talent. Thank you all.